Audios are good. Hey, everything looks good on my end.
Awesome. Well, I'm
Woo.
glad to be back. I'm excited. We are doing, we're on our next session for When Black Roses Bloom. I'm going to give that quick recap again just for everybody. You guys were, uh, as a group that has been forced together, kind of due to your circumstance, you left the town of Cardin to look for answers on where you are and how to get home. After realizing that the Bard Gathon would likely avoid any consequences for his actions, they knew they had little choice but to move on. Your first night on at camp, you were disturbed by baying wolves. Took on a man kind of revealed himself running from the bush, begging for your help. But the prey had turned to predator as you were surprised by the stranger reveal himself to be a creature of the night, a wolfman with ravenous hunger. A hard-fought battle ensued, but you prevailed. The next day and night was much less eventful. As you came upon the outpost, you came upon a field of hero's wort, which is a type of tobacco. Though half the crop had been burnt down, you spoke to a man by the name of Ben Dabbler, who's the owner of the fields as well as the owner of the boat that you were hoping to take upriver to the capital. That has been temporarily postponed until you can figure out what's going on with Ben as he tries to deal with this big loss. You also met Sindril Trueshot, a half-elf mercenary leader whose company had been hired to enforce the laws and as protection for the outpost that you guys are at. Sindril did not seem very happy to have you around. She seemed upset when you tried to insert yourselves into the problems of the outpost. You spent the night there. You spoke to many townsfolk. You learned of a tomb not far away, Shraven's Tomb. It's a local landmark and is the resting place of a powerful warrior mage who, just like the party, came from a far-off land. The warrior mage made a home in this land. He was said to be knowledgeable in things mysterious and arcane, as well as the land that you guys reside in. You also heard of a local legend, kind of a creepy local legend of the Bloody Cobbler. A man or something like a man who comes for those who have been selfish and greedy. Though oftentimes from what you hear, the punishment is, seems like far exceeds the crime. As night reached its end, Gideon, you began to feel great pains coming from your shoulder where you had been wounded. Though the wounds have healed up, um, dark and putrid infection, black kind of spreading across your arm. Also, you were feeling nauseous and had a headache, and you tried many things. You even tried to the paladin tried to cure a disease. You tried alcohol. You tried healing potions. Nothing seemed to work. Um, so you have a few things you were thinking of. When we ended, Gideon, you were curled up with Dog the donkey. Uh, you know, hoping that it'll pass. Um, Bungo is watching from the darkness, smoking a cigarette, being a creep. Um, but yeah, that's where we were at. Anybody have any questions about that? Obviously, Bones, we will bring in shortly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no. I
Okay. So you guys awaken in the morning. You spent that night getting and sleeping. What would you like to do? We'll start with the group separate because if Gideon slept out with the donkey, we'll come back to him in a second. But you guys kind of come down the stairs from your rooms. Um, what would you like to do?
I'm with them yet or no?
Bones isn't there yet. Yeah, you'll be
Okay.
there very shortly though.
Well, if it's morning, Alana's gonna get herself ready and then go down for food, no matter where the guys are.
Yep. Yeah, you see them down there. Everybody's kind of just getting up and making their way down. Food's part of the deal, so that you can just go up and do an eggs and sausage.
Nice.
Bungo.
We made it through the night.
Well, I mean, you guys were in town, remember?
Yeah, I was just kind of watching over Gideon.
Oh, you're watching him the whole night?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That is what I did not know that. Yes, actually, as the sun breaks, you don't see much from Gideon. He seemed to have slept through the night, maybe a little restless, but then eventually, as you're watching, you see him get up. As you awaken. So first thing you notice when you get up, tired, stretching, and you just you feel great. You might feel. How old is Gideon?
I want to say he was like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah. So you feel like you when you were
again?
20 and you get up and yeah, you feel whoo, and you're full of full of energy, but you're also starving. You're hungry. You're ready to pound some fucking bacon and eggs and sausage. Like you could definitely do some damage.
All right, I'm gonna get my all of my gear, on and
Yep.
pack my bag up and see Bungo and be like, "This is a good show."
I would say that you notice that your shoulder still looks awful. Let me be
Yeah.
very clear about that. Sorry. Yeah. Your shoulder still looks probably worse than it did when you went to sleep. It's kind of spread down to your chest a little bit, but it doesn't really hurt anymore.
Yeah.
In fact, you feel you don't that old knee injury you had from that one fight. You don't feel that, and your right arm is feeling. It's not that tendonitis is gone that you've been dealing with.
Did I have any dreams? Like as I notice, I guess from my point of view, as I'm getting my gear. First off, I'm not gonna be like super open with this, so I'll kind of do my best to conceal anything that I can. And as like I see that, and I'm trying to remember my sleep if I felt anything.
Yeah. No, you remember feeling terrible and laying down, and then getting extremely tired when you lay down. Like you felt exhausted, like overwhelmed. That's the last thing you remember before waking up with the sunlight.
Okay.
But you do remember right before, like you remember how you felt when you went to sleep.
I'm famished, Bungo.
Yeah, you see Bungo still standing there. There's a pile of cigarette butts at his feet. I just got this.
I could use a cup.
I grab his first and second
like you
breakfast.
slept well.
All in one. Let's go get some sausage and eggs and
Sounds like a plan.
figure out what's going on.
What a big day.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception, Bungo? And give me a performance check, Gideon.
15.
Shit.
Performance? That's a 5.
Okay. So especially since you're looking for it, like, you're walking with Gideon, you can see he's walking, like he seems to be walking fine, much better. You knew how he felt when he laid down. He is all close, so you don't know what his arm looks like or anything, but you can tell he's kind of playing it up a little bit. It's not dramatic or anything, but that's the sense you get, is that maybe he's feeling a little better than he's letting on.
Okay.
You guys can make it to the tavern. I mean, it only takes a few minutes to get anywhere in this outpost. It just takes a few minutes to get down the road to again, this place, just to recap, is like, imagine 4 or 5 very large buildings, a few houses, and then within a half a mile radius there's a decent amount of houses that, and farms and like little, the town itself is not huge, and it's butted up right against the river, and there is a dock and a large barge, a type of a large barge. Leave it at that. So, you guys walk into the tavern. It doesn't even have a name. It just says Inn and Tavern above the name. And you see the group and a few others, eating breakfast. As you guys look up, you see Bungo and Gideon come in.
pull out a coin and get some eggs and sausage delivered to the table.
Yeah, they start bringing it out.
Yeah, couple please. And feeling frisky. Do you have any ale?
I certainly do. Yeah.
I could use a breakfast beer, please.
Same here.
They hand over some breakfast beers, whoever want them. Yeah, and you guys can take a table and eat. You see Gideon's just putting it down today. You tell he's hungry.
Yeah. Gotta get all those carbs in, and protein. We got a busy day ahead of us, or maybe a busy few. Is that a female elf in this
Central?
room? Yeah, Central.
No.
Okay.
You don't actually see any of the law or the guards that are around in this morning. It's in the inn rather.
So, I kind of feel like I'd like to find out who's burning these fields, but I feel like that's probably the most dangerous avenue that we might have, because I have to imagine they know who's doing this and they're not telling anybody or finding, for a reason. At least I think. I know we found out about that other place, that landmark. What do you guys think? Let's make some decisions here. I feel like, it could be a good day for us.
All right. I'm 100% with you, man.
What I think is, I think I want to know where the bottomless pit is in your stomach. You seem to have changed your eating pattern overnight.
I think I'm coming around to this place a little bit. The food is, my palate's, changing. I'm just hungry.
Or you
Like more
going
mundane
native?
food
Huh?
now.
Huh? Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was asking if you like the mundane food now.
It's nice. It is nice to be off the road.
I mean, we're practically at another outpost base area. There's nothing new. Well, other than this place is different, but
This place is different. We were just on the road for a couple days.
different than home if we haven't forgotten that.
No, we haven't. At least I haven't. And we'll find out.
Well, I hope you're feeling
Right.
better. I just noticed you're eating different. But
Right.
feel free to talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna go eat some more myself.
Bungo? What do
Bungo
you
just fixed the audio.
Fuck Bungo. I say we do this.
We do
I mean,
what?
no offense. I think, look. These people think we're from here, but we're not. And that is the secret. That is how we survive and get out of here.
Do they really think we are them though? I mean,
No, I think they know we're from. I think they know we're out of town.
right.
But what
right.
I'm saying is, think outside their rules. We take advantage of them slightly. I know you guys don't like this. Some of you don't. But then we figure out how to get the fuck home. Right? Isn't that the real goal?
I need to get
We
out
were
of here.
all- I mean, come on, dude. Every single one of us was hired to guard something that's gone.
Yeah, we were hired for this. We were
just
hired
gotta
for this.
get home. We just gotta get home.
If there's anything left
with
of
Ren.
home.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, those things couldn't have run up and down the entire coast. There's
Like,
something left at home.
well over 100. There's at least approaching half, like 500. I mean, I was gonna try and take them all on myself, but I think just look at how it filled up the field once we got on top of the house and looked out the window, or at least what we could. It was.
We just don't go back there. We don't go there. But we got to get back to not here.
Once we get back, it's gonna be a mess. Well,
we just never go back to that trail. Press on to the next city.
They're gonna go somewhere, but anyways, that's for
Wanted
later.
to visit Boulder's Gate, so south.
I've never been that far south though.
Yeah.
You guys have been talking and eating for about an hour or so, roughly. You know, especially with multiple like helpings. They bring them, cook them and bring them out. As the door swings open and a familiar face steps through, you guys see Bones. Looks a little wary from travel. Maybe you might, that look. You guys know it. You just had it when you got here, but otherwise looks unarmed or unaccosted.
Yeah, so the door will kick open, and then the imp will walk through first.
So they would have things to say about the imp. Like, I would imagine you would know that he's a little demon, and most places would. And if you did, which is fine, but let me know because people will take notice of you having a little demon with you.
He probably walks in and then he turns invisible and flies away.
I mean, he could be there, but
yeah, I just mean
be invisible.
He's like up in the rafters or whatever.
Yeah, he is a little demon. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Did Bones travel the same road as us, or did he travel separate? Oh, so
he's separate. He traveled separate. Sorry. Yeah. But whether or not he came, he's assuming he came the same way. He stayed with Benbor. Sorry, I forgot. I only sent that to him. So he stayed back with Benbor to. He was talking, trying to gather information from him and the like. So that's where he's been.
Bones,
said he'd catch up with you.
What the hell took you so long? Never mind that. Come up here and get some food.
I'll
All right.
flag down another round for breakfast, beers, and food. More importantly,
I'll join in that round. Obviously.
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
Y'all better keep sharp. You got shit to do today. All right. I'm not going to lay about out here all day with Marcus.
Right.
Yeah, they'll bring it all out. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to sleight of hand take a drink from my flask without Bungo noticing.
Go for it. He's got a passive perception of 15, so.
we didn't even get awake. We're not even awake for an hour.
It's like 11 a.m. You guys are like.
You're muted. Yeah. Jeff, you're muted.
1 second.
Let's see here.
9.
Yeah, he notices.
Did you say 2-9?
I didn't have it added, or just 9.
Oh. I just give you and then go back to talking to Bones. What do you know, Bones? What do you know?
What do I know?
That's a good question.
Oh, let me actually go back. Okay. But yeah, we talked for a while. He told me a bunch of shit.
A
Let's
bunch of
see.
shit.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, weird guy.
He was a kind of a weird guy. I'm reading. Oh yeah, he told me about this mage, this like battle warrior mage guy, who's apparently got a tomb nearby, and it's got potentially some really cool stuff in it.
You also saw a symbol he showed you of a sword crossed with a staff. That was this was
Yeah.
Shraven's.
Can I have like tried to draw that crudely so I had an image of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Even if it's just somewhat accurate, just charcoal.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Okay. So I'll show him that. This was like, I mean, that's just my drawing, but kind
That's
of what
not
he
the
described to
same
me for the
place
symbol.
the locals were talking about, was it?
Huh?
Sorry.
Raven's tomb.
The locals were talking about going to. They had trouble going inside of it.
Nobody's been in it.
And she's trying to get the other group members to chime in about
the TM. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, quit answering all the questions. sorry.
Yeah, they were definitely talking about that, Alana. And it sounds like there's some decent.
Oh, we could go in.
So, Bones, you have more info about this place?
Well, he told me some stuff about the guy. I took some notes about him. Let me see.
Well, we could go in.
I think we could. Yeah, so he said he didn't give a name, I don't think. But he was kind of like us, like a random traveler who was out in the woods. But like he was just
we
like
could go in.
heavenly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Really like wise, and he used a staff and a sword. I don't know. He was just. It was really like esoteric, weird stuff.
I think
like
we were planning on going and at least trying it.
You guys heard about the same one?
Well, we could go in.
Ren,
yeah.
Yes. Let's just keep saying the same simple words over and over again. Jeez,
Do we really want to? If this has been around for a while, and
I think we were just doing it to flip off the locals.
Yeah, I mean,
all right,
that's what we're
you spilled coffee all over my pants.
Yeah, keep it PC, not you. PC. All right, so I mean, were we gonna stock up and go and do that today, or what we gonna do, guys?
Gideon and Ren, can you maybe fill up our flasks for this trip while I take Bones and Alana outside to ask about the trail real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I can do.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
I'm gonna usher you two outside, and once I get those two outside for a second, I'm just gonna turn to Bones and be like, "Listen, I think this tomb is a good idea, but we've got two pressing issues.
Okay.
The tomb, so we can get out of here, but I'm also worried about Gideon. Something's not right.
What happened?
We got waylaid on the road. And attacked, and he got bit up and clawed up pretty good. We killed the guy, but got back. We healed it. Did a little, someone did some other presto magic stuff on it. But last night he was just out of it. It just wasn't right. There's something off, man. That like healing magic and alcohol and stuff wasn't fixing. I don't know what's going on, but like ever since that dude chomped into him, he's been off.
But now he's eating 2-3 times more than usual. It just is
what?
I'm gonna swing by through there and just offer both of them a drink, like stumbling around.
Oh, good. Got my morning ale. But all right. And I'll just
it's almost 11:30. Exactly. I know these things.
I'm gonna have like a breakfast sandwich in my hand. Egg McMuffin.
There's no healers here, Bones.
Hey, wait,
There's
where'd
no
you
like
get
religious type.
where'd you get the breakfast sandwich?
Hmm.
I want one of them.
Here, I got 2.
Perfect. I want 2 of them, actually.
Well,
Where
you're
do I
out of
get
luck.
another?
Go get another.
The real, in my eyes, the real reason to go to this tomb is
Mhm.
either to find something that can help him or
Yeah.
get more money so that we can pay a healer when we get to the city.
Right.
I don't know what else
Or
to do.
both. DM, would I sort of asked this question in chat earlier? Would we have any idea of werewolves and
Yeah,
lycanthropy?
you can
and
make
that kind of
a religion or a medicine
stuff? Okay.
or even an arcane check. I think any of those or history. Yeah, any of those.
History, arcana, medicine, or religion. Okay. They're all. Oh, medicine's +1. Okay. I'm doing medicine. 15.
So with medicine, you would know you've heard of like conditions, uh, such as like a rabid dog, things like
Mhm.
that, that can sometimes be transmitted. You know, clearly what he described is much different than a rabid dog, right? But
Mhm.
with medicine, you've seen things like that transmit, you know, through saliva or yeah, wounds and things like that. But you don't know anything about a werewolf, I guess. So, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Well, I definitely think we.
I think
wanna keep an
Alana
eye on
kind
it.
of has an idea. Remember, she said she's been kind of trained in some of these things, so
Hey,
she's definitely, as a paladin and her backstory and just her role play, she definitely knows. At least has heard of them.
Right.
And you can make a roll too if you want to know like in the details about lycanthropy. You know, if that's what you think's going on, you can make the same
hey,
with them.
I ran a history on my own check, and it was horrible. So
Okay.
like, I don't know anything.
Bungo, you certainly can too. Choose one, especially as a bard. You might have heard a tale.
Especially
Yeah.
as a lore bard.
Oh yeah, he's the lore bard. Yeah, man.
I think
you know a
think
lot about a lot of things.
Yeah, you know a lot of shit, bro.
You know a lot about a lot of things. You're a jack of all trades and a master of a lot of them.
So I can add half my proficiency
No.
bonus. No.
Yeah, to anything that you don't
Jack
have.
of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
14.
And what'd you
So
roll?
no better.
Like what? Did you do
A
like
13.
history? I
I
know.
rolled
Or
a,
did you?
a 13.
I know what
+1
skill
history.
for what history?
History.
14. Yeah, I think you've heard of wolfmen. You know, you don't know much about them specifically, but yeah,
Is
like a scary story, or or like a.
Yeah. Okay, so I've heard of weird stuff like this before, where like
Yeah, me too.
you
Like,
know,
where, like a dog bites him or something, and like, I mean, like that.
and that guy said he was running from wolves. I just
Yeah. Or
I don't
dogs.
know. I mean, this can't be real, right? Like this is
He
stuff
seems
that
fine.
we just gotta keep an eye on it. It
Right.
worries me. You didn't see the wound. It was weird. It's like healed, but still causing him pain.
Mm.
All right. I mean, if you guys aren't
Yeah.
worried, I'll
Look,
chill out.
I'm worried,
I mean, I
but
don't know, I
here's
haven't
what
seen
here's what I'm hearing. We see a wolf, we fucking kill it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, Ren's have walked up drunkenly. Hey, no, I hear
So
you.
we're
Let's kill
gonna-
wolves. I'll kill a wolf right now.
Yeah, I'll kill a wolf right now. Watch me. Someone give me a knife. Wait, hold on. I got a knife somewhere. Where the fuck is my knife?
Ren, go back inside and find Gideon. The grown-ups are talking.
Yo,
Push him
Bungo,
back
do
in.
you have my
Go
knife?
back inside. Go back inside.
I'm gonna go back inside. Start drinking more. But I do want to know if Bungo has my knife.
I hand him a dagger.
You hand him a butter knife. It's
I
like,
put it.
thanks.
Right.
I put it in the pocket, but I forget which pocket.
Perfect. All right. Back to the topic. So we all heard or studied something with regards to lycanthropy, which I tried to talk about before, but it kind of went on deaf ears because everything was so fresh. But we need someone beyond the healing that I can do, unfortunately, and it needs to happen sooner than later before it all fully sets in. There's been, as far as I know, different stories about how quickly it all sets in, but it's, someone over here says it has to be, before the next full moon. Some over here say it's, within the week or something, but I don't know. It's not anything I've looked into deeply. It's just been, oh, hey, these exist. On to the next, ghastly thing you have to kill someday.
This world is so.
Either
What's
way,
that?
sooner rather than later.
Right. But who knows if there's anyone close by that can do something like that.
What about one of those wagon people with the cards and stuff?
All
Like,
Ren
you could read
gonna come
fortune.
out and just start screaming, "Hey, have you guys ever tasted cranberry? Cranberry? Have you ever tasted it? They got cranberry inside."
I'm gonna put a pin in that. I follow Red inside to eat the cranberries.
They don't have cranberries. He lied.
They're peaches. They're like,
Or just some other red fruit.
Yeah. So you guys can, they're finishing up breakfast and kind of cleaning
Yeah.
and such inside the inn. Gideon's finally, he's full, but he did damage.
There's like a stack of plates in front of him.
Yeah.
It's like Thor and
Bungo and anybody who has a passive perception of 15 or higher, notice though that Gideon also does still kind of look pale and a little sweaty. He hides it well because he's just so active and seems fine in other ways, but he still looks a little pale and is sweating a lot.
So,
Guys,
what are we doing here? What's the move,
we're going
Bungo?
to a tomb.
Going to the tomb.
I think
We're gonna go fight some shit in the tomb. Yeah.
We're gonna fight
We need to get some loot.
I think we need
We got
money.
time to kill.
We need their money.
Yeah.
Which supposedly this would be. And it says it has like books and shit. I don't know.
All right.
So as you guys go out and you're getting ready, talking about, maybe checking your gear, maybe thinking about asking around a little bit. You can see Ben and Sendril. They're walking about. Looks like they're heading out towards the exit. This outpost is butted up against the river, and they're heading away from it out the exit of the town or the outpost. Kind of the direction you're going, and you can see they're out there. Kind of Ben's clearly still talking about. He's, oh, look what I have! Oh, just look at it. Just picking up handfuls of burnt hero's wort. Sendril's like, yeah, I don't know who would do such a thing, and they're all she seems to be pretty engaged with Ben, as you guys are discussing whether or not you're heading that way or when you are. Ben, seeing you, says, oh, I'm so sorry about yesterday. It was rude of me not to introduce myself more properly. I'm just dealing with this issue here. He's an older man in his 50s, late 50s. But he seems to be maybe not even late 50s, like yeah, probably late 50s, but in good health. He carries himself well. He's got spectacles, and he's a little short and a little heavy, and he's got a big nose, and you know, but he seems to be friendly enough. Benjamin Dabbler. You know, I own the ferry and a few in the warehouse and such. I appreciate your patronage here at the outpost, and I'm sorry that your trip got delayed, and or I got to figure out what I'm going to do here, but I can get you out of here as soon as I can. I mean, I think maybe 4 weeks. I'll take up the other shipment. Well, remember, I was going to
4 weeks. Ben, I will slap the piss right out of you. 4 weeks?
Well, there's no need for that. Sendril's like, straightens up. Well, I have to go in 4 weeks anyways to the capital because I was going to go recently and take this first. I might be able to bring it down a little bit.
We got to go soon.
I like to think that I'm standing behind Bungo trying to act like tough.
Yeah.
With the treasure, you see Sendril's like, with the treasure you find in that tomb, you should be able to pay for that, you know, his losses. Shouldn't be a problem. You'll be rich after all.
You were testing me. I tell you, we got to get to the city to get the medicine for Gideon's mom, who's got gout. Okay? And we can't be kicking around here in this shit backwater while you figure out what's going on with your wacky tobacco, with your terrible Merc security system here, trying to kill us on the road, probably. I want to get on the goddamn boat. How do we fast track this?
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Or a deception. I think deception.
Advantage.
I want to help him by being.
Maybe not. Your choice, I guess. Because you did lie to him, but you're also very.
Fuck me. A 10.
He's like, well, I don't much appreciate that. This is my livelihood here. Look,
We're trying to help you.
I understand, but you know, I got to figure out this financial situation I'm found myself in.
We offer to help. We're not hearing solutions.
Well, in a few days, I might have a option or two, you know, as I figure out what this is going to cost me. Look, a lot of people depend on this. This place is rough. You know, things aren't great if you haven't noticed around here. But the outpost is okay.
I have noticed, actually. And I'll tell you what. Do you know what it's like to spill an entire coffee on your lap?
I do.
I don't know.
That's not metaphorical. That's not metaphorical. That happened.
That happened hours ago. Bungo, I don't know how to talk to this guy. You got to take over.
Ben, we want to help you. We do. But we're going to go. We're going to kick the shit out of whatever's in this tomb. Anyone that tries to get in our way is going to end up with my size 2 boot in their ass. And then we're going to come back here 3 days, max. We're getting on that boat. So you unbungle this situation here. We'll help you folk, whatever you got down the river. We'll be guardsmen for it. But that boat's moving.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Bungo just throws his hands up, exasperated, and walks away for someone else.
That was fucking amazing.
Ben, dearie, listen. When you find out what your losses are, could you just let us know? Obviously, it's gonna take forever to grow the crop again, so we need transit sooner than later, if you know what I mean. So if you need, you know, assistance paying for what you've lost, we might be able to put a little something in your pocket.
That's much appreciated. Yeah. Now, you seem more reasonable than the angry
I apologize. They're
little man over
they're
there.
anxious to, you know, maybe they forgot how to speak to a businessman.
He reaches out and shakes your hand. Well, I
It
appreciate
is the
that.
firmest freaking handshake he's had in a long time.
I'm just yelling
Sorry.
about the gout as I walk away.
That's on your head. That's on you. Her gout is on your head. You definitely crumple him a little bit. Go ahead.
When Alana brings that up, what's the reaction to Syndril? Like how does
Let me get an insight, and you can do it with advantage. Because you've been eyeing her since day one. You've made it very
insight? That's a 12.
12. So she, with a 12, she flinches. Kind of slightly, it's not like a whoop, but it's just kind of a tighten, it's subtle, not too subtle, anybody, but you're really been keeping an eye on her. So yeah, and so you don't know what that means necessarily, but she definitely
23
got her attention. Oh, you're 23. What's your passive insight?
Excuse me.
$16.
So, you see her fingers start to rub together a little bit. She seems almost nervous. When she hears that, her heart starts racing. She seems almost nervous, or um, yeah, nervous and maybe excitement.
So once I'm done, murdering his hand,
Strong lass, huh?
Sorry, I carried away. Here's 2 silvers for your troubles today. We'll stay in touch.
Nod his head.
Of their money, not back home money.
I see this being a fine friendship.
I'd hope so. And then I go back to the group.
I'm gonna. When he says that, I just want to look right at Syndril and just make eye contact. Then I'll turn around.
Oh, you stare at her. Sorry.
Just for like that.
Yeah.
That moment
subtle.
where you're like, both people are trying to mean business.
Yeah. She yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I got you. It's just a pause.
Yeah. And then
she seems preoccupied a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
In her mind. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna I just go to Ren, and as we're like walking away and reforming, something about that woman is given is I don't know what it is, but I think
I'd like to imagine just DM wise, like I am maintaining eye contact or just staring at her for this entire time while we're talking.
Okay. Yeah, she seems to be in her own head a little bit.
Bongo, Ren.
Bongo's about 100 yards away, just like 4 fucking weeks. God
No.
damn it!
I'll yell out, Bongo.
Kicks a rock.
All right, let's have a team meeting. Everyone stare at the prisoner. Everyone stare at her while we talk.
She's not the prisoner. She's the.
Oh, all right.
As you guys head off, Ben is more than happy to kind of direct you. Yeah, give it a shot. Nobody's ever gotten in before, but
how many people have tried this?
It's nobody knows how. There's just There's no lock or key to the door or anything, and so people go and they try to push and pull, but you never know. Some
Well,
people
guys,
say that the door speaks to them, but I don't know if any. I didn't hear. I've not heard that, and I've been there.
What's it like?
It's just built into into a hill or into like a little, I want to say cliff face, like rocky hill. You know how it's kind of built. The tomb is built into the side of that. There's these stairs. He says there's these stairs that go up to a platform. He said there used to be two statues. One of the statues is broken. You'll see a statue of a mage holding a staff, a stone, and then you'll see the doors. And he says it's not far from here. It'll take you most of the day to get there, but you'll get there before nightfall. If you head directly, he tells you directly west until you get to the hills, and you'll want to veer north a little bit when you get to certain landmarks before you're able to find it. Should be able to find it fairly easy. Probably take you 8 or 10, maybe 8 hours.
I wanna fast forward through travel if possible.
No, we're doing all 8 hours.
All right.
deal with it.
Roll a d20. No, I wanna investigate the shit out of that.
So yeah, it's not. If you guys are heading that way, that's great.
Like, can we have a team meeting first?
Group up.
Actually, can I just get Bungo and Ren together? Sorry.
Everyone else, get out of here. No, hey. I'm not telling you.
No, I just like privately. I'll take them aside. Hey, so I had this other idea as a worst case scenario, and I'm not sure how cool the other two would be with it. But
we kill her.
I mean, we kill her and steal the boat?
Oh my god, you agree with
me? I was afraid you were gonna say we eat her.
Why would I say that?
No, I mean, I was followed where you were going. I was just worried where your end game was. I'm with you.
I mean, we don't have to kill her. We can just leave too. Like in the middle of the night.
And we don't even have to eat her.
2 seconds, literally.
I don't like her. But I'm not going to eat her.
I don't really know her.
Yeah, I don't really want to eat her either.
Some line in the sand. Why would you even suggest that, Bones?
That is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Why did you think I would say that?
Why would you want to eat her? That is weird.
I don't want to eat her.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What?
Of course you would say that now.
Right? So, fucking weird. We're just talking about killing her.
Yeah, we were.
I don't want to eat her.
Thinking about killing her, but like also
eat her. You guys,
I just want to put it out there. I don't want to eat her.
Gideon and Alona already had.
You should have said that outright.
Yeah, we're like talking on our way.
Yeah, they're almost out of eyesight.
All right. Anyways, just think about it. It's as a last case.
Look, I'm down with it. I just don't want to eat her. I mean, you can eat her if you want, Bones. Like, if you really need to.
Eat her to the bones?
Oh, okay.
That's got so we go.
Right. All right.
It was good.
We go on that, too. Let's catch up.
It was okay. It was, I'll give it to you, but...
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm going to start wandering around and staring at the sky.
All
right. Yeah, we're going.
So we're pushed to the tomb.
The weather's it's typical cold. It's like it's autumn. You're like, when's the snow probably going to start? But you haven't seen any snow. There's still some leaves every now and then, but most have fallen. Rainy and cloudy. The trip is uneventful as you make your way through kind of rolling hills, some trees here and there. Following the directions simple enough until you come upon what you guess to be Shraven's tomb, and it's what they described. It's all overgrown and there's cracked and dirt and such around, some rubble. But you see large stairs that go up about 20 feet, maybe not 20 feet, probably 10 feet, and level off onto like a flat stone platform where there's clearly a statue standing. You can probably see some rubble as well. As you approach and get to the stairs at the bottom, you can clearly see a large double door, stone door in front of you that looks like you're not sure if you pull it or push it, but you don't see a lock or anything on it. I'm gonna move you guys over just so you can get a idea of.
It might be pocket doors where you could slide it into the wall.
I'm gonna just keep an eye on the 6. I heard that you can't break this down with brute force, and understand I will be useless in this. So I might as well do something I'm good at and make sure nothing comes at us. Or if someone does, I'm aware.
Yeah, can everybody see okay?
Yep.
Vision wise, you see. So in front of you, you can see that statue to your right. It's a mage with his hand out holding a staff. Statue to the left is broken and crumbled, but you could make out it was probably a warrior of some sort. You're not sure. It's wearing heavy armor. But there's a pile of rubble there in the door in front of you. This is kind of the platform that you're up on, like stone.
Can I go up to the door? Does it look? Is the door flush with everything, or is there a little crack or anything like that?
There
Like
is
along the
a
bottom?
seam, but it's not like there's no crack. It's completely touching, but you can definitely see where there's a seam, but it's very well made. It's perfectly flush and.
I will have. I think it was Mixley's was the name of the imp. I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Memnock.
Memnock. No, you're right. You're right. I don't know where Mixley's came from. Anyways, as imp, he can shape change, so it's just his thing, not me using find familiar again. So I'm gonna have him shape change into like one of those little tiny red spiders. You know those like little baby ones that crawl up on you? I'm gonna turn into one of those and try and see if he can fit through.
He tries all those edges and stuff, and he comes back and tells you it's sealed perfectly.
Okay.
He wouldn't be surprised if there isn't some sort of magic on there as well, because it's so perfectly sealed.
Right. Okay. He'll change back. What do we
I think
think?
Fungo would like to take a look at the statue, a closer look at the statue, investigate it. See if there's
It's a
anything
wizened
weird.
old mage with a stern look, a fearsome, righteous look. He's got one hand up, like he's about, it's not holding anything, but you can imagine he's holding some great, sphere of energy in his hand with the staff out in the other.
Would identify work if I cast it on the door and it told me the secret to open the door?
Okay, you gotta touch it.
Even if you touch it, yeah, no, that's just not.
Yeah. Fine.
Where's everybody standing? Everybody's up there. Just a few of you are up at the door.
I mean, should I could try to pick it.
There's nothing to pick.
Is there a handle or anything, or is it just flat?
No handle or anything. You rub your hand across it.
What happens to the other statue?
Oh, you're gonna go investigate the other statue?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, should one of
it
us
appears
be
to
on
have
the
been
door
broken.
though, before we do?
Well,
okay, all right. It's just an idea. No wrong ideas here. Alana, do you want to pee on the door? I'll guard you.
Disgusting. Jeez. I look at the door and around it and look for any sorts of like writing. I don't know if that's been said yet or not, but
yeah, you give it a good once over. You don't see anything, any writing. It's well done, but there's nothing particularly that makes it stand out. As you rub your hand across it and such, and look, kind of even dust away some of the moss and such.
All right. When everyone's walking away, I'm just gonna take a quick wee on the door.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing happens. Bungo, as you check out
Catch up with everyone else.
the rubble, it's really, you can't really tell. You don't see anything laying around. It just is broken, and you don't see it's shattered everywhere. It looks like it maybe whatever happened to it, it just kind of collapsed where it was at. You do see, however, you notice with your perceptive eyes underneath some of the rubble that there appears to be something wooden. You can kind of move a piece of stone. It looks like there's a latch with a trap door type thing, a wooden door with a, it's got a handle.
You see anything, Bungo?
Some form of elvish. Come over here, folks.
Hey,
Come look at the.
Do you see anything with
you
your
want me to just start
gnomish eyes?
moving?
And these rocks are too heavy. Yeah, these rocks are too heavy for these delicate.
Yeah, Ilana,
fingers.
you wanna help me? Clear this out.
Sure.
You guys are easy. It's easy enough. It just takes a minute for you guys to move some pieces and slide one large piece over, and you can see it. 5-foot square trap door with a handle. It looks like you'd pull it up.
What do you think?
Is it trapped?
Ladies first.
The trap door.
Ha.
Let's see if it's locked.
It doesn't appear. You don't see any lock on it. And as you kind of start to lift it up. I won't say you actually lifted it, but you don't think it is.
Okay. Is anyone else nearby, or is it who's right there?
All right,
Bungo,
Bungo.
I'd come up
and
too.
Red
Okay.
and
All right,
Bones.
fellas. Let's see what we got. Door number 1. And so,
You guys want to pull straws or should?
No,
As you
she said
swing
she
it
opens
open,
it. You don't.
you guys hear a audible click as a glyph underneath
I knew it.
goes off. As a powerful explosion of fire shoots up. I need everybody to make a
Where's our fucking rogue?
deck save. Of
Fucking
course.
drank too much today.
No.
Well,
I'm right
the thing is,
here.
the trap was
You're
underneath
about
the
it.
door. So
Yeah,
unless you
yeah.
could see through the door, there wasn't a way to see. You know what I mean? Like
No,
the
I
door, the
got
trap
you.
door wasn't trapped. Underneath the trap door was trapped.
You said deck save? Oof.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a 9.
I got
7.
a natural 1.
Oh no.
Anybody
You trip and the rest of us fall over you.
a 14 or anybody who got a lower than a 14
I got a 21.
takes 10 points of fire damage. Anybody else takes 5. You guys hear a voice and echo around and it says, "Hope you enjoyed the show."
What the fuck was that?
Not here for a show. Have questions.
There's a moment of silence there after Alana speaks before the silence is broken with what sounds like soft mutterings of an old man. You hear you see that along the door, like a azure, blue azure energy kind of etches its way across the door, crawl over the surface of the stone. What, more visitors? Questions the old man's voice with crackles above the glowing runes that appear from the end of these azure fingers crawling across the door.
Hey, Bungo.
This is the main door, not the trap door.
Yeah, no, not the trap door. You guys look over. From where you're at, because it's only like 10 feet away. What more visitors? He says. I had hoped to see the last of the trespassers from my time. Consider what happened to the last group who was foolish enough to actually make it in those many years ago.
What would you say if I told you, sir, we're not from around
It cut you
here?
off. I suppose you'll be wanting to gallivant all over my tomb as well, won't you? Well, sit down before the door and answer my question. then I'll let you in. As the
Thanks.
word in echoes to nothing, a ragged melody reverberates from the door itself.
So it's like,
Friends to the end, they once exclaimed, boasting of evils they once tamed. Now they gaze in hate, friend now foe, but hearts defy what minds now know. Magic against steel, fate, a cruel deal, a mirrored haze of friendship concealed. Warrior's heart and wizard's soul, both fighting for the same goal. Magic against steel, fate of a cruel deal, a mirrored view of the end of the road. The sheath calls for its sword, wizardly energy withdrew to where it was stored. Together they gazed at the mighty door, and their fury for one another burned no more. Now honor bound and steadfast, an oath sworn to last, a bond of friendship reborn. And kind of pauses for a second before that melody kind of fades away. There's more to this story than simple friendship, the old man's voice continues. What did both realize that caused them to cease attacking each other? I'm going to obviously drop this in chat, and then it goes quiet.
Are you shitting me?
How's that
I'm
trap
gonna
door looking?
put my hand on Bungo's shoulder and be like, "Good luck, buddy."
Oh, the trap door goes to nowhere. Sorry, I forgot. That was a big part of that. It's literally nothing. It just goes like there's flat ground underneath where the door clearly meant to,
So
trick someone.
that riddle sounds like a party, like an adventuring party that had a falling out and then came back together at the end when, I don't know, like what, when death or something, they all die, everyone dies. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna There
I
should
like
be
that. I like that, and everyone dies, so it really fits.
And then at the end it says there's more to the story. This is what the voice said. Than friendship, the old man's voice continues. What did both realize that caused them to cease attacking each other? So keep that in mind. But yeah, that is.
So we're dealing with two groups, two necro.
One group that's fighting amongst themselves.
I like that. I like that.
And it's meant to be read in like 3 chunks, so you like it repeats itself. So at the end of the mirrored haze of friendship concealed, I should have done that on there. There's like a space, like there was a rhythm to it, and then again after that same phrase, because it repeats itself in the second verse or whatever, there's another break, but it still reads like that kind of. But
yeah, it reads right.
Wow.
All right, let's not do this online in front of everyone. I'll tell you right now, no one wants to watch us think.
I don't.
We could take a break.
You take a break.
It would be a good time to take a break.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's a tad early, but not terribly.
Not bad.
Not
It's
really.
not bad.
Not terrible.
Right.
We're good.
We'll be back in time. I'm gonna be back with cheese curds. Let me tell you, I got some cheese curds.
Oh, dude, you got cheese curds?
Use the restroom real quick, but
You
yeah.
got a
Right at you.
All right, boom.
Giant tendrils.
All right, and we're good.
Welcome
We're
back.
back.
The party has been confronted by a riddle or a question,
Right.
I guess. What do you do?
Todd?
I mean, there's no like physical part to this, right? It's just like a pre-recorded message, you know.
That's what it appears to be.
I
Yep.
think, I think so. It's clearly like sounds like either an adventuring party or brothers or something like that have were fighting, hit a falling out, and then kind of came back together. Weird haze of friendships concealed.
I mean, it's just like what did both realize that caused them to cease attacking each other? So it's the bond. You know,
Together, they stared at the door.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be two people. It could be one person, like an inner conflict, because this guy was both a warrior and a mage.
You think it
Two
was
sides of the same coin.
one guy?
Maybe. I mean, this guy, the dead guy, is definitely one guy, but if the riddle's talking about one guy or not, I don't know. But
are the statues like there? I know there's one that's like deteriorated, you know, and fallen down. Is there any piece of the stone that shows a resemblance of the face that you can match up to the one that's still standing to see if they were carved? Like this is the same person?
No, there's no evidence of like the
No.
face. You can't make out any details of the other statue.
It's probably insignificant anyways, but
what if like they realize, okay, it takes both of us to do this, and two people have to touch the door at the same time or something?
well, it does say here,
Someone come up.
warrior's heart and wizard's soul both fighting for the same goal. Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe it takes a magical person and a non-magical person.
Gideon, come touch the door with me.
Sure.
Try it. I mean, we might have to give a verbal answer, but
You both touch it, nothing happens.
It's an answer.
Oh,
It wants an answer. Why would they stop attacking each other?
two sides of the same coin, same person.
Alana, any insight?
I was just going over the poem again in my head.
wait. What if we all like? It says here, together they gazed at the mighty door.
What if
Maybe we all have
held
to, like,
hands and looked at the door?
I mean,
Guys,
I don't know.
I don't like that idea at all.
I mean, I've got two of them. But...
I still think it's an answer. Like it's not, you know, using lockpicks or touching or activating something. I think it wants to know.
Maybe that our strength lies with our friends.
It wants our companionship.
I'll hold Alana's hand.
I'll hold his hand gingerly.
Okay, you guys hold each other's hands.
All right, look at the door.
Still there.
Like reaching out for someone.
I'll grab it. You know, this seems fucking stupid, but
We
Oh,
really,
just lighten up a little bit.
I'm gonna look around. There's only us here, right? Like no one else. All right, I'll
Yeah.
No
grab.
one's here to embarrass you.
I'll
Grab
grab
a hand.
Bones. I'll grab Bones' hand, and I'll.
Randall come up and grab
it's
hands
like
as well.
clammy.
And what are you guys doing when you're holding hands?
It says to look at the door, right?
Yeah, look.
Start the door and say friends to the end.
So as you yell "friends" to the end, you hear that kind of low rumble of the old man's voice. Oh, that's right. Working together, a team, unity. Certainly the answer. All right, would-be thieves. Now you'll know what you'll need to survive my tomb. As the doors swing open. As you peer in, your eyes become accustomed to the dim light of the chamber. You see a 60-foot long corridor with a 10-foot high arch ceiling. Leads into darkness beyond. The hallway is oddly illuminated as you peer down. You realize the light is coming from a reddish glowing balls that seem to be suspended in midair above your heads. Your eyes have barely adjusted to the low light in the room when you notice on the walls that are lined with mosaic tiles that create two distinct scenes, one on either wall. The mural on the southern wall on your left depicts the same battle. I'm sorry, wrong side. Let's jump past what I wrote. The mural of the north wall depicts, which would be on your right, a human army engaging in shadowy foes while a king sits on his horse. The sky is murky and gray blue, pierced only by the emerald light of the king's sword. The dead that litter the battlefield around them, even even the plants on the field of the battle seem colorless. On the opposite side, on the southern wall, depicts the same battle scene, but the sense that it is different from the other before you can tell exactly what that difference is. And then you see it. The skies in this mural are much lighter. The iridescent radiance of the sword is even brighter. The illusion, no doubt, enhanced by the light of the color of the sky. The king seems full of energy and vigor. So they're just opposites, kind of, in that way. Unlike the rock-strewn landscape outside, the interior of the tomb appears to be well preserved. I'm gonna open this door for you guys.
Can I send
So as you peer down, you see that there is a first thing you notice in this far end is a huge silver circle, 30 feet in diameter, that has been inlaid on the stone on the floor. A large sun symbol is set in the center. 8 round, shallow depressions encircle the outer edge of the symbol, and each depression nearly touches a ray from the sun. So basically, the 8 rays at the end, there's a depression at the end of it. 10 small alcoves are set into the walls, 5 on each side. That's on the far end. Perfect. As you step in, you see a glint of one of the alcoves in the walls. Kind of catches your eye. When you move closer to inspect, you see that there are golden 3-foot tall pots in each one. There's a door at the far end. So what's everyone's passive perception? We're just going to pause real quick there. Actually, you guys can move around. Okay, you can move around.
13 for me. 13 Gideon.
Okay.
You said you wanted passives?
Yeah.
I got a 10.
So, Bungo, what's your passive perception?
15.
So Bungo would have noticed back here as you pass one of the murals, something just doesn't look right. You've seen that before. You've seen the hidden kind of down where Ren's standing. hidden doors and stuff. As you kind of walk past, you couldn't help but notice that the sword of the one on that wall, the wall that Ren's on, just seems off by it. You've seen things like that. It might be a false wall.
Well, time to investigate that further. Go back and look more closely.
Yeah, you think you could probably manipulate that sword and something would happen. Probably open up the door, or maybe move the wall. You're not exactly sure, but you're almost positive that's what it would be.
So I step back around the corner, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand and have that pull the sword.
You do what? Pull the sword? Sorry. Yeah, as you do this.
No, I step around the corner and I use Mage Hand.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. So is that where you want to be right there?
Well, when you say it like that,
well, you gotta be able to see the wall or the thing. So you probably. Yeah. So as you, you're able to manipulate that probably with Mage Hand. It clicks and the whole wall kind of slides back and slides to the side, revealing a small room. And stale air fills your nostril as the secret door spreads, so opens up. Light spills in with the light from the continual light balls that are around spill in. There's a large desk, polished wood. There's a bookshelf and a work table. It just seems like a little study almost. But before you guys can react, you see that we're just gonna pause right there with our character tokens. You guys, you see, the thing that catches your eyes the most is this large, it's about 5 foot wide, odd-looking creature. It's stout. It's got 3 arms coming out almost out of its head, bent over with its mouth on top of its head. You see its nose goes up in the air, and it just lunges forward at Ren. So we're gonna roll initiative real quick, and I'm gonna move this, and everybody just pause their
initiative. Yeah, not bad.
All right, there's a good roll.
This pixel dice is hot or cold. It's just that's the way it is.
It's got 3 legs,
Oh yeah,
3 arms that come up, a big mouth in the center of it.
Cold.
But it seems super attracted to Ren. It's almost like it's going right at Ren.
Smells the booze.
Exactly what it is.
Wants to get drunk.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
All those breakfast beers we had.
Yep, it'll do it.
Is that Heineken?
This is not good, guys.
All right. What did Alana get?
14.
Okay, Bungo.
18.
Gideon.
A 4.
Bones.
16.
Okay. It's gonna be Bungo. Oh, I never moved the thing. I bet.
All right. Wasn't that gross? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire in the room there.
Or
light them up. On it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's probably their best option because I think that gives advantage to attack rolls if you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Yeah,
a
great.
20 foot cube. So basically everything in the room would get lit up. But and then for my bonus action, I'm going to inspire. We had the 16, Alana or Bones.
Bones.
All right. So for my bonus action, I'm
And
gonna
what
go
did
ahead and
Bones get
inspire.
for his initiative?
Hmm?
What did Bones get for his initiative?
16.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, Bones, your spell fell. But I'm gonna use inspiration on Bones, and
How am I
then I'm gonna
inspired?
back. How are you inspired?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Um, I sing a quick ditty about licking toads
Nice.
with Mistweaver, and yeah, and I jump back out of the room, 10, 15, yeah, right around the corner there. Okay,
Good.
that's my turn.
Bones, you're up. You actually don't see anything, but you hear them like shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna run around the corner. See that bitch.
See you, bitch.
I see
Yeah,
you,
you, bitch.
Yeah, you. I'm gonna hex it for
Okay.
my bonus action, and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Oh, so I
Good
start
old
blasting.
So I start blasting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Right.
You're at advantage, remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Roll for
What
the
is
crit.
it? What's the die again? For Bardic Inspiration, what die is it? D6?
It's a D6, but you're advantage from the fairy fire, so you get a crit
Oh,
finish.
that's
Yeah.
right. Same roll. Okay. So I am going to use the Bardic Inspiration on the damage. So it'll be only 8 points. Terrible roll. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, 8 points of. I guess it's all force. No, 1 point is hex.
I don't know.
So it's 1 point necrotic and 7 force.
Are you able to add it to the damage?
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's just the attack roll, I think.
Or saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
It
you
says
said.
ability check,
I thought you said.
ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
I apologize. I thought you said I could use it on the damage. So it's just 7 points of force.
7 points of force. So it blasts into it, lets out a screech. But it still seems to be lunging towards
Okay.
Ren. But you definitely. You know,
I'll go back around the corner. Yeah, that's me.
Alana, you were saying you could see over Ren, this creature. It's got 3 arms coming up out of its head. It's bent over, its mouth is split open. It looks alien to you. Three legs.
And it hasn't. It's lunging, but it hasn't gotten there
It
yet.
hasn't gone yet, but it's like it's clearly going that direction towards
Yeah.
Ren.
I'll do Ren
Okay.
and step in front of him
Nice.
and maybe just give him a hip check backwards.
Yep.
Get a drunk itself
Best
back
day.
there.
Best day of Ren's life.
Right? She touched me. Oh my gosh. Oh, she let me stay in her room.
That's exactly what he was. Exactly.
And then let's see. I'm going to take my action and do my channel divinity to proc my Oath of Conquest.
This is getting intense. Okay.
And so that thing needs to do a wisdom save.
A wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes.
It failed. It rolled 4.
It's frightened of me.
I
I come in
Okay.
with my kite shield. Whoop-ah!
So it's frightened.
Yep.
Okay. Can't approach you. Right. Has a
And then,
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
yep.
Okay.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay, we are. Oops. Oh, its turn, so it can't move forward. But I think it's cornered, so it's going to attack you, but it's just going to be at disadvantage in doing so. So it's going to try to make 3 claw attacks and 1 bite attack against you, but all of them at disadvantage. So that misses. That 10 misses. It's just so scared as it's trying to hit you with its claws. It's really just flailing. You're easily able to block it, and then it lunges forward with a bite, and you're just step to the side and kind of shove the big thing. It's kind of slimy a little bit. Actually, it'd be really dry. And dirt and dust come off of it. And that is its turn. All of those missed terribly.
Perfect.
We are at Gideon.
Right. So, I'm gonna move in, and as I do, like I'm gonna take Alana's hip check, and with that move, it just like push Ren behind me. So like you know,
he's like, oh, and then just gets shoved in the wall.
I'm gonna freaking see this thing. Is Alana like blocking the way into this?
No, this whole wall opened up, so you can step here. You can't step here because there's like a. Well, you can knock that over, I guess. But, yeah, you can step there.
Yeah, I'll step there, and Lana's doing something like.
You said this thing looks terrified. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's wrapped in fire. Yeah. So I'm gonna fucking attack it. All right.
Yep.
I don't think I would do. It's with advantage because of fairy fire.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a 1 and a 14. The 14 turns to a 19.
That hits. 19 hits.
Okay, and I didn't say anything, so that sucks. 6 points of glaive damage. I don't know if it's piercing.
All right, you guys are
bludgeoning.
Yep, and you put the +1 in there last time?
No, 7. I did not. I'm doing that now. Adding to inventory.
Magical glaive. Or poleaxe, actually. Anything else you'd like to do?
Let's see here. Sorry. No. I mean, outside of being another imposing figure in this room for it to attack,
okay.
That's it. Block off anybody trying to get it hurt from it.
I actually did attack with Ren with advantage and still only rolled a 10 to hit. So he pulls his crossbow out but misses, the little, and shoved her back by a little. Disoriented. Bungo, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go up and make an attack with my crossbow with True Strike. So I'll go into the doorway between Ren and Alana. Am I able to? I assume I'm able to shoot fire, or do I have to enter?
No, because you're a halfling. You can move through.
Yeah. I can attack, but I can attack from the hallway where I am.
No, you have to go into the room to hit. You can just move through Gideon if you wanted or whatever.
All right.
If you're gonna attack with this melee weapon, sorry.
No, it's gonna range.
You're gonna what? Range? You can definitely with range. I mean, he might have like a little cover maybe because of a character.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. Okay. I'm squishy. So using True Strike, I'm going to go ahead and attack with the crossbow.
disadvantage because of fairy fire.
Yep. And okay, so it'd be a 12, but I get from True Strike. It's a my spell attack, not the. So it's a 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Okay. So this, with my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word on myself, and that'll be my turn.
Go for it.
5 hit points. All right, that's my turn.
How much total damage?
0. I didn't hit him. I did 5 hit points Healing Word on
Oh,
myself.
heal. Oh, sorry. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, I was distracted. I was trying to do 2 things at once. Okay, we are at. Do you want to move anywhere else?
No, I'm fine where I am.
Bones, you're up.
But I'll move 5 feet out of the way.
Okay.
I'm back around. Can't see shit. So it's 5, 10. Can I get to right in front of Bungo?
Yeah.
Like, can I squeeze past him? Okay.
Yep. You can always go at an angle through.
Okay, so I'll go here. Oh no, that puts me in melee.
Oh, I thought you meant. Yeah, I thought you meant on the other side of him.
No. I can see him. Would he have cover if I tried to hit the creature there?
Yeah.
So it's 5, 10, 15. What if I went here?
Hey, you're good there. Yeah.
Okay. I'll fire at him.
Advantage.
Actually, yeah. Oh yeah, advantage. So yeah. Oh. Okay. So that is 18 to hit.
18 misses.
18 misses?
What?
You hit it, but you just didn't like hit somewhere like it
Didn't-
seems to be like
yeah.
super dense. It looks pretty
Strategy has
hurt at the
changed.
moment.
18 misses for level 3. So what the fuck we getting ourselves into?
Yeah,
I'm
you guys
gonna-
can hit it, Stacey. You did already. Everybody.
Yeah, we all hit. So
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Anything else?
I'll Hexblade's curse it as well. So like, I'll mutter this strange incantation under my breath and lift my hand up, and shadows collect around its feet. So that was I'm just counting my movement. 5, 10. So I can move back here. All right,
Okay.
that's it.
Alana.
Nice. So, we're still like right there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just checking something real quick. And then if I sheath my sword for a second to use my hand, would that be my whole action, do you think?
So you get a free one, I think. Like it doesn't. So you could sheath it for nothing, and then I do a bonus action to draw a second weapon. I think there's abilities that let you do that.
Okay, so yeah, okay, that's perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm quickly just kind of doing a quick flip, putting it in, and then I'm doing burning hands.
Gotcha.
That's
you
a
can certainly
dex.
do that. Oh yeah. That is a dex save. Okay.
Yep.
It is not dexterous. It rolled a 11, which is actually a 11.
Okay. Well, the dex was 11 for it to. Let me see if it's a Failed save takes half the damage. Okay, so that's 4d6. 12 fire damage halved.
Okay. Oh, that hurt it. Looks like it's screech.
And then I will post up in front of it and continue to frighten it and do defense.
Does it get a disadvantage against all attacks or attacks against the
against me and
Okay.
but other people it's not. It's just frightened against
Okay.
me.
So I thought is I'm going to run, and so I have to kill my way through this. So I was going to attack Gideon with his attacks. He rolled a 7 to hit, 9, and a 15.
I'll miss. My AC is 16.
Okay, and then it comes in with a bite, with a 24 to hit on the bite. So claw, you duck, you move, you slap one away, and you just didn't expect him to lunge in that last one the way he did. As you bat away quite a few attacks. 11 piercing as it kind of bites in. You can see this thing is and not hanging. It's hurt, very hurt. That's its turn.
It can roll again to see if it's still frightened.
Oh shit. It rolled a 6, so yeah.
Failed still. Okay.
Okay, Gideon.
Fuck this guy. I'm so sick of getting bit right now. The poleaxe spins around and like I just try to like you put the like leverage under your arm so you can like get like the same kind of power coming from like the ground up. With advantage. Natural 20.
Shit, there you go.
I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Confirm.
It actually happened.
Okay, yeah. And it wasn't the pixel die. It's still rolling like shit. So, D10. So 10. Oh, double 10!
Hell yeah!
Nice.
So this is the best damage I've ever done. 24 points of damage is like, just put that leverage of the long part of the poleaxe under, just use it to stick right up underneath his ribs and like lift him up off the ground, probably an inch, because it's a big fucking creature and I'm not that strong.
Yeah, as you come up and right, just like you said, straight into his ribs and straight up as it just kind of ripped through and it splits in half and falls back. As it splits in half, you hear the clinking sound as it looks like gems fall out of its stomach. It's all covered in like digestive juices and it's gross, but probably like 20 or so sort of gems.
Bungo or Ren, if you want to clean them up. I'm gonna
Party fun.
Do.
Yeah. Be careful though. We don't know. What Anyways, as I'm stumbling over my words to finish out my action, I would like to take my second wind. I'm almost dead.
Oh, I gained 6 hit points because it died.
So I'm gonna roll another D10. 7 plus 3 is 10, so I gain 10 hit points.
You see, there's a lot of papers laying around. Some of them damaged, some of them burnt recently from, but mostly intact. So some falling apart. Cursory glance, you see that there's a couple scrolls appear to be arcane magic of some sort. You'd have to do some studying of them. But you also find some writings here and there about a little bit about this land. You can find a small journal where some of it's written over. It looks like he went back over and did some different calculations and such. But over some of it, you were able to glean or kind of come to understand that he was also trapped here. He comes from different land. And but he spent a couple of years trying to leave this place, but he kind of he felt bad for the people of this land. Something he speaks about is how um, there is a ruler of this land, the Lord of this land. Never gets a name. You never get a name out of it, but you find that it appears that the land itself is connected to this Lord, and oftentimes it reflects the Lord's thoughts and desires and fears, perhaps, or you know, but that they command it as well, and all that lay in its domain. Um, he speaks of a dark castle near the capital that he dare not tread. Yeah, that's kind of the stuff you kind of get from it. You can take some of it, maybe glean some more. I imagine you take anything that, if there is any, there's a few maybe longer journals that have some musings that you might take and different things like that. But otherwise, it's also a lot of arcane stuff. If any of you are a wizard, this would be quite a treasure trove. Doesn't mean like you can't understand it, but it's really
Not as helpful.
Yeah, it was like spell creation, maybe like how to formulas and things, which seem interesting and may be somewhat valuable in the right, but they're also pretty old. So you can grab some important things, but otherwise, apart from that, you don't see much more in here.
I would take, even though I can't use it, I think we'll definitely take all that wizard shit. All the, spell crafting, recipes, all that stuff. Even if we can't use it, someone might be interested in buying it.
I just want to say, because
And
I'm
anything
probably
from
going to
the-
be the one carrying a lot of this shit. This is right by the exit, and we have cleared this room. So maybe instead of taking it with us, we leave it here. And
Do we know if we can get back in once we leave?
I fucking hope so.
Do we have to answer another question?
I'm taking the gems.
All right.
I'm not
Carry
leaving.
what you want. I just trying to keep our mobility to peak performance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but I don't know. Once we leave, we might just be out.
It's fucking weird lands.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's not true. I don't understand why we can't just come and go through the door that we, came through.
Obviously, this guy's paranoid, so for good reason. I'd be fucking paranoid too.
Fucking sucks.
I am paranoid.
Killing me. All right. Without being too bulky, I mean, I'm not going over my, my allotment. So,
as Bones, as you approach, so yeah, as you guys kind of peek into that room, here's what you guys notice. Like I said, there's the silver 30-foot diameter circle that has been inlaid in the stone floor. A large sun symbol is set in the center. 8 round hollow depressions encircle the outer edge of each symbol, and each depression nearly touches the array of the sun. You can see there in the center. Those are like depressions. It looks like something would sit in there. The 10 small alcoves hold 5 golden urns, 5 on each side, rather, so 10 total. The door on the far side, which you can now see, Bones, there's a message appears that it had been melted into the silver door to the west.
Mm.
In common, it reads, "Some decisions are more lasting than others." Beneath the writing on the door, you see a strange symbol. Anybody with Arcana can make that. Anybody with Arcana can make it, and so can the Bard.
Nope, I don't. I don't have it.
3? No.
I rolled a 13.
So with the 13, you see that it's like a arcane symbols. for the elements. Like it's symbolized like earth and air opposite, fire and water opposite. Kind of, that's what it symbolizes on that door. And each so I'm going to tell you this. So and you guys can decide if you want to. We could call it early. I could play for 5 hours, but this is. I don't know what your guys' threshold are for riddles and such. So, and if you're tired, I don't want to feel like because it's a thinker. Again, like I said, I'll play for 10 more hours. I don't want you to feel like I'm tapping, but I can also see if. But as you guys walk in there, and you kind of peer into the alcoves, which you're surely gonna do. Shit. I did not do that. Well, you knocked me out of my. Okay, so as you approach, we're gonna go bottom left. We're gonna start at like right here, and then go up. So as you walk up to that first one, see that the golden vessel in the alcove seems to glow and brighten as you approach. Just as you kind of look at it, and you kind of want to, something in there kind of catches your attention. You kind of start to stick your hand towards the urn, and it disappears.
The hand or the urn?
The urn, his hand, it's his bones going up there, so it's not his hand and disappears. He kind of reached out like you're like, oh, okay, what is it's glowing almost? What is that? And it disappears. You're muted.
Sorry. Can I wave my hand like through where it was?
Yeah, as you do that, you hit it and you realize it's there.
It's just invisible. Okay.
Yep. So you kind of stare at that for a second, and you go and check out the next one just to. I'm just going to move you over. A burst of golden energy leaps from this pot, flies around the room, and strikes each of the other pots in turn. It then sucks back into the container with a resounding thud. Afterwards, on your shoes, a bouquet of flowers appear, kind of sprouting out of your shoes.
Wow. Bungo.
As you step to the next one, the surface of this jar shimmers for a moment, then reveals the area outside the tomb. So as you look into it, you see it kind of shimmers, and you see it looks like you're looking from a bird's eye view from this entrance of the tomb. And as you stare at it, you realize the silver door that you walk through, the concrete door, the silver door you walk through, as it you can see that, and at first you're like, what, is this just like a picture? But then you kind of see the birds fly by, and you feel like you're kind of actually seeing the front of the tomb as it is. And then that slowly fades away. As you go to the next one, the golden surface of this container moves and jumps, and you find yourself gazing upon an intricately crafted weapon. Runes of power are etched across this blade, and the whole sword glows with a flaring radiance, golden radiance.
Can I pick it up?
No, don't touch anything.
Okay.
So it's superior. As you pick it up, it's unbelievable, superior craftsmanship. It's got it appears to be. The pommel appears to have a large gem in it. As you look at it, it slowly fades from your hand, and you see the jars back in the. As you step on this one,
I won't touch anymore.
The lid of this jar is missing. When you peer inside, you see moist, dark dirt that fills the container about 1/3 of the way up.
Okay. I'm imagining just like a mason jar.
No, it's like a big 3-foot tall golden. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah. Okay. These are crazy.
All right, go to the next one.
Yeah,
I know we're good. Yeah, we can talk about what we do this in a second. The next one is you go to. A book appears where the golden vessel should be. The book kind of flips open, and you see this what appears to be this earthen humanoid start to claw its way out of the book. This elemental earth man steps up out of the book before it slowly fades away and the jar is back to where it was at.
Mm.
The next one down, as you approach the jar, a carving of a skeletal humanoid appears on the surface of the jar. A cracked helm and a rusty sword are all that the ghoulish figure carries. It makes no movement, but its ghastly appearance is bone chilling. The face of the skeleton on the jar, the large container, it's almost too real for comfort.
Mm.
As this one, the golden jar shimmers, becomes heavier, and then turns earthen brown in front of you. Then the fine workmanship of the vessel is transformed and it appears to kind of writhe in a clay-like figure, like it's no longer golden. It went from golden to like almost earthen to clay. A few moments later, the jar is sparkling silver and it feels super light to the touch before going back to its golden form.
Mm.
A fire emblazoned shield appears on the front of this container. As you gaze at it, the fire turns to a deeper red, flares up and bursts with light, then subsides. The shield glows brightly. The shield glows brightly, then vanishes. Twin bands of blue-white energy travel up and down the surface of this jar, crackling and popping as they move. You could almost swear you hear a low hum emanating from this container. So here's what you see, and then of course we can go over this. You see these 10 jars. You see 8 depressions. And each jar appears to do something, though it always returns to its original form. Everything it does appears to be superficial and not lasting.
Right.
But apart from that, they all do these different things. That's what you see here. Obviously, I can tell you again what they are. You can ask questions that perhaps your characters might not know. But it is a lot, right? But it.
Okay.
But it's nothing I haven't done before.
So we have 10 jars for 8 slots.
Yeah.
Is there anything unique about the slots?
The slot or like the depressions? No, they all look everything on that end looks super uniformed, as well as the jars themselves. Until you go up, some of them you approach change. But
So Bungo might say, this kind of sounds like it fits with that whole friendship theme. Like we're gonna need each other to get through this. Like we each end up moving and taking some of these jars, but I don't know what's gonna happen. They seem pretty magical. Like something crazy might happen if we touch them.
I mean,
one has like a
and nothing
what
happened.
happened when you touched it?
Nothing. I picked up the sword and it was fine. I touched the invisible one. It just touched.
Can we even move them?
I didn't try. I mean, we must be able to, right? I don't know if I want to touch this one. It looks dangerous. What was that symbol at the bottom of the door again?
it was like showing the elements like opposite each other, so you'd see like fire and water, and it's just and earth and air, and then they were just, but it's a symbol for that.
Maybe we got to do that, like
life and death.
Yeah, something like that. Like opposites oppose each other.
Was there weren't there a whole bunch of them with death?
Wasn't what?
Like a skeleton. Weren't there a whole bunch of them that had symbols of death? Like a skeleton.
No, there was one with skeleton. They all had quite a pretty unique stuff, and of course we can go back over those.
Yeah.
But also just kind of thinking about a strategy might be a good idea too. But of course we can.
Want to just put one in, see what happens?
I mean, we can. Let's try it. Let's put
Red.
the sword in.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I'll go grab this. This is the sword, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Just... Yes.
All right. I'll go grab that one.
Yeah, you pick it up. It turns into the sword. Does the whole thing, but you're able to grab the vase once it does the thing again. Yeah, you go and put it
I'll
where
put
you
it
put
in this one that's in front of me here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I like set it down and then I'll like quickly run back.
Okay, it slides in perfectly.
You think nothing
Okay.
happens?
Nothing happens.
All right. All right.
That's a good step.
Somebody else do some. So I'm not doing the next one.
I'll grab the invisible one.
Okay. And where are you gonna put it?
Right here.
Okay.
This feels like we're guessing.
It doesn't feel like it. You are.
I'm thinking it's got to be some sort of like yin and yang, combat and magic, the elements, fire and water, something in that. I don't know. That's where my head's at.
Yeah, but there's also multiple ways you can go from each point.
Yeah.
You know, so.
What did the text say on the door again?
The text on the door.
Yeah, that was like in common.
Oh yeah. Some decisions are more lasting than others.
So we better not fuck this up. That seems like a pretty obvious warning to me.
I think we gotta think about it.
You guys want to call it early and end on that? All right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to think on this one.
All right. No using AI.
No.
If you write your own program, that's different.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Oh shit, this is fucking
Yeah, that was
intense. All right, we have what's it, Arcanus this week? And then next weekend, so we're getting into the holiday season. I wanted to bring this up. Let's see here. Next weekend, we're gonna be back here with this then.
I'm available next weekend if everybody is and wants to.
I should be good.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, but we'll just update the schedule once we have confirmation from everybody on Twitch. So we have Arcanus this Tuesday, and we'll be back here next Saturday with another session of When the Black Roses Bloom. Thanks, Damien. This is fucking.
That was good.
This is.
Mike and subscribe.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know.
I think someone was saying you need to make sure you like our things where you watch them, if you can, and subscribe. But also, they forgot to mention hit the notification bell so you see when we come online. It dings your phone. You don't want to miss it. This is gonna get crazy.
Like and subscribe.